I wrote a Freedom of Information request to Transport for London about the double red line parking by the police, and this is how it went. I write to make a Freedom of Information request and ask whether you have set up an agreement or there is an exemption for marked police vehicles to be parked illegally to the left of the main entrance of Brixton Police Station on the main road, on double red lines in front of the bus stop. As this contravenes road traffic laws and the standards the College of Policing expect from their serving police constables and officers, I wonder if you have made this agreement or there is an exemption in this case. Normally, the only time they are able to park illegally is when they are on call at a crime scene, a road traffic collision or incident, and in this case, they are sat at the same location for hours at a time, not dealing with police matters. Now, Transport for London's response was as follows. Thank you for your request received by us on the 29th of January 2023 asking us for information about police vehicles parked on double red lines. Your request has been considered in accordance with the requirements of the Freedom of Information Act and our Information Access Policy. We do not have an agreement with the police which allows their vehicles to illegally park on red routes. The regulation governing the red routes does not allow for any exemption from the restrictions by police vehicles, and we do not have any policy which prohibits the issuing of penalties to police vehicles. We administer the restrictions on red routes in accordance with traffic orders, the legal documents outlining restrictions in place, and any exemptions.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Hedon Enterprises video. Today we're on the last visit to Brixton Police Station. As we can see, we're here again for the last time this time, I hope. Well, especially in this case. Right. Oh, you're delivering in there, are you? And we're here today in regards to the double red line parking. The first car is Bravo X-Ray 21 Alpha Yankee Oscar. Dirty as dirty can be, including the number plate, on double red lines. The next one is Bravo X-Ray 15 Kilo Whiskey Uniform on double red lines. And I'll tell you all about it when we go around the front, because the desk is a bit busy at the minute. Look at the state of that. Look at the muck on that car. Get a closer look. My camera will probably make it look clean, but if I was to scratch it, look at that. Look at the muck on that number plate. Yes, so both these vehicles are parked illegally, as you can see. I've been in touch with Transport for London, who deal with the red route, and I put in a Freedom of Information request to see if they had an agreement or there is some exemption for these cars to be parked on double red lines. And as you may have heard from at the beginning of the video, there is no exemption, there is no agreement that they're allowed to do this. Basically they're just breaking road traffic laws in the hope that no one else cares. But guess what? I care. So what's going to happen now? This is going to be my last visit, and from this point on I'm going to go to the local authorities, the council, to see why they're not being ticketed, because according to that FoI request, they should be ticketing every single car. But as you may have heard from my previous videos, I've spoken to a local traffic warden who have been given strict instructions not to ticket police cars. For some reason, they think they're exempt from tickets. But we shall see. Well, I'll wait for the guys to finish in the desk. Now watch this bus now. This bus has to cross the dividing line in order to get past these vehicles. Watch this. That bus there, the 345, has to go past the dividing line in order to get past these police vehicles. Yep, he's definitely past the dividing line. Terrible this. terrible. But we'll sort it out. We'll wait for the desk to be a bit quieter and we'll go in and check it out. The bus is a bit loud. I shall speak to you again in a minute. Bye for now. Hello, PC Watson. I'm just wondering whether you could raise that with the on-duty AS10 sergeant. I did a FoI request for the double yellow lines out the back there, and according to you, you've got an agreement, but Lambeth Council say you don't. And now I've done one for the double red lines out the front of the station, and you say you've got an agreement to park on double red lines. Went to TfL to do the FoI request, and you don't have any agreement to park on the red lines either.
Okay.
I just thought you'd raise that with the AS10 sergeant if you could.
Yep.
And then I'll take my investigation further, because the yellow line one was raised about 6 times and nothing has changed.
Okay.
This one I've only raised today, but I know that if I raise it 5 times, nothing will be done. So I'm just going to take my investigation further and go to the authorities that know that you don't have an agreement, and actually speak to them and see what they say about it, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Sorry, how would you like me to handle it? Are you staying here and you want me to go see him now, or do you want me to just pass this on to him?
If you wouldn't mind just passing it on, because there's other people to see here.
I appreciate that, sir.
And then of course, because I say I raised the yellow line one 5 times and nothing was done. So you going away and passing that to the AS sergeant now and then waiting for me to come down? No. I'll now you've got that bit of paper, if you could just pass it to him and say, look, this has been passed to me, we don't have an agreement to park on double red lines. The gentleman's going to the other authorities that say that you don't have the agreement, to see what they say, and we'll go from there.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Do you want a reply? Can I take some details? So
No, I don't need a reply, because you haven't replied to me in the past.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I didn't know that. So.
No, I understand. Yeah, you don't, because you're the first time. You're the first time you've ever seen me. I've been here at least 7 or 8 times in regards to the yellow line one, and this is to be the 8th for the red line. But nothing's been done. So, as I say, I've got no other choice but to go to the authorities that say that you don't have the agreement and actually interview them and see what they say about it, because according to them, they subcontract the parking wardens, and they've given them the managers of the parking wardens have been given strict instructions not to ticket police vehicles that are parked illegally. Now, if anyone else was to do it, on the red lines, they get the car towed away. Because the only time you're allowed to park illegally is when you're at a crime scene, an incident, or a road collision. No other time are you allowed to park illegally. No excuses. And according to the College of Policing, it says the person who's driving that car has to take personal responsibility, not a police responsibility, but a personal responsibility for why they park there. And if there is no agreement to be parking there, then somebody should be fined for it, because we would be. In fact, we have our cars taken away all the time, and we get fined all the time because, well, I don't, but people who park on double yellows get fined all the time. People who park on double reds get their cars taken away. But it would seem the police are exempt, even though they're not exempt, and there is no agreement between any of the authorities to say that you can do it. So, if you could pass it on to me and make sure he knows about it. I know if there is a change, it would make a hell of a lot of difference, but so far I haven't seen any change. Okay? Anyway, it would be nice if there was a change, because you are an example to everybody else. Yeah, and you need to be held to a higher example. And if you're not, people are just going to go, well, if they can do it, we can do it.
I understand.
Yeah. But thank you very much, PC Watson. Probably be the last time you see me, but we'll go from there.
Okay. Right. Good evening.
And you. Thank you very much. Right. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. That was good, wasn't it? That was good. Oh. Yeah, that was good. At least it was polite and straightforward, but we'll see how that goes. So thank you very much, guys. Until the next time. See you later. Bye-bye for now.